and the rest in development. To our partners, to Sir Paul Albano of GCash and the rest of the team from GCash, to Sir Delos Martinez Jr., the branch manager of DPP, to the provincial local government unit of Maguindanao, fully represented by Shakira Bilwar Basura, the Chief of Staff, and to my fellow workers in the government, and most especially to our beneficiaries of this special event. Muli isang maganda at mapayapang umaga po sa ating lahat. Kanina, nag-uusap kami ni Kiki Atty. Mo na ibahagi ko sa kanya that this place actually holds a very special place in my basket. The first time that I was here, we were preparing for arguably the biggest presidential event that we, or I, at least on my part, I become a part of. It was the final push for the Bangsamoro Organic. You could just imagine 4,000 guests seated, puno yan. But that time, ito po ay isang abandonadong lugar. Puno po ito ng kambing, iba't ibang uri ng mga animals. At you can just imagine kung ano po yung struktura nito. And that was the final push for the campaign for the Bangsamoro Organic Law. And speaking of the campaign for the Bangsamoro Organic Law, this morning allow me to share a story. It's a story of Babo Gindulungan Manapa. Okay? When we were still part of the Bangsamoro transition to Victoria, our team was tasked to do the plebiscite monitoring in North Cotabato. I believe this school is in Banongogan, Pikawayan, North Cotabato. Now, Pahabudin. No? At I am aware that yung ilan po sa mga kasama ko natin dito ay galing sa Pahabudin. My encounter with Babo Gindulungan Manapa is one of those moments in life that you constantly look back, recall, to stay grounded. Kasi yung kwento ni Babo goes like this. Early morning, noong February 19, if I'm not mistaken, in-approach namin si Babo. May nakita ko kaming 4 na matatandang babae. And we believe, tapos na ko silang bumoto kasi meron na silang marka sa kanilang dali. Nung tinanong namin kung sino po yung pwedeng interviewin, tinuro or binolunteer nung magkakasama si Babo. The usual, tinanong, ilang taon, kamusta po yung experience. Interestingly enough, Babo was already almost 100 years old. Okay? At yung walang tatlong kasama niyang mga matatanda na rin ay mga anak niya. But for me, what's the most interesting part of her story is that for almost 100 years of existence, this was in 2019, it was the first time na lumahok si Babo Manamba sa isang eleksyon. Meaning, ilang eleksyon sa huwi nagdaan, hindi po siya bumoto. Bakit? Well, for various reasons. And that would be probably for another conversation. But for me, and one can make a lot of analysis out of this story. But for me this morning, allow me to highlight that for Babo, sa loob ng almost 100 years, for her, the vote for yes during the plebiscite was the only vote worth casting for. At ilan lamang yung isa lamang yung kwento ni Babo sa libo-libo kwento ng Bangsamoro na tumaya, naniwala at nangarap sa pagkakatatag ng Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. And it is almost 7 years at tayo ay palapit na po sa ating story. Nabanggit mo kanina that this encounter is one of those moments in life, and lahat po tayo merong ganito eh. We always recall or look back into a certain chapter in our life, trying to stay grounded. And for me, ito yung isa. Sometimes I find myself having an imaginary conversation with Babo. Paano kung nakita kami ulit? What if pag tinanong niya ako, may mukha ba ako may akaharap sa kanya? Kaya ko bang sabihin with all pride na babu, yung pong pagpila nyo ng pagkaaga-aga, yung pagboto nyo for the first time sa loob ng 100 years, ay nagbubuong ako. Sulit ko yung pagod nyo. And to be candid, sometimes I'm not sure if the answer is a straightforward yes. Sometimes I find myself quite hesitant in answering in the affirmative. For various reasons, maraming nagbago. But I find solace in the understanding that di hamak na mas marami pa rin yung nagtatrabaho para sa pagbabago. In moment in life like this, is our attempt to stay grounded, to keep calm and sharp in times of uncertainties, and to stay humble in times of success. And with this event, ito yung ilan sa mga pwede nating gawing hugot. Again, looking back dun sa imaginary conversation namin about with the launching of our Financial Inclusion Caravan, ito yung ilan sa mga successes in the region na pwede mong iharap kay Babu, itulungan man lang ba na sabihin, Babu, sulit din mo yung pagboto nyo ng yes noong 2019. And this is why for us, at least for me, in a very personal sense, it's not just one of those regular activities or big flagship programs that we're going to launch today. For me, it's a contribution, it's a significant contribution in the hopes of answering yes to that imaginary conversation. Kaya ho, to our partners in GCash, tayo ho ay nagpapasalamat for giving us this opportunity and for sharing the technology with us, to our partners in the DBB and to the Philippine Statistics Authority as well. Because naipakita ko natin that technology is not meant to alienate other people. We use technology to empower them. And we look forward to more partnership that aims to empower our target beneficiaries. Dahil simulan sa pool, ang ating pong paniniwala na ang government service should be quick, fast, easy, and convenient. So, allow me to end by saying this and express my utmost appreciation to our friends and colleagues from the Ministry of Social Services and Development. I've been a witness to the struggles as well as the small victories. And this is just one of the long list of victories that you can be proud of and you can say truthfully that you are empowering the people that you are all to serve. And rest assured that on behalf of the Office of the Chief Minister, we're here to continue to support you, to ensure na gaya ng lagi niyong sinasabi, in the Ministry of Social Services and Development, lagi pagsamoro mo na. Nandito na lang po, wabilahi tawfiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Alright, thank you so much, Cabinet Secretary Muhammad Asmin K.